night, walking in a winter wonderland. Gone away is the bluebird, here to stay is the bluebird. He sings a love song as we go along, walking in a winter wonderland. In the meadow we could build a snowman. We'll pretend that he is Parson Brown. He'll say, "Are you married?" We'll sing, "Oh, ma'am." But you can do the job when you're in town. Later on, we'll conspire as we dream by the fire to face unafraid, like we made, walking in the winter wonderland. In the meadow, we could build a snowman. We'll pretend that he's Parson Brown. He'll say, "Are you married?" We'll sing, "Oh, man." But you can do the job when you're in town. Sleigh bells ring, are you listening? In the wind, snow is glistening. A beautiful sight, we're happy tonight, walking in a winter wonderland. Walking in a winter, walking in a winter, walking in a winter wonderland.
Do you often find yourself bored and have nothing to fill the time? Well, Slinky by Richard James can assist with that. This curly metal toy was just introduced at the American Toy Fair. It is fun for the whole family and has plenty of tricks too, like its ability to stretch all the way out and go back into its original form, and its constant ability to spring back. Its price only starts at a meager $1. Do you also find yourself searching for a last-minute Christmas gift? Well, we've also got you covered. You can find the Slinky, the toy that keeps bouncing back, in Toy Town in Phipps Department Store. Find it in your local Phipps Department Store today. Do not eat, sleep, or wrap Slinky around your neck or cause suffocation or vocal loss. It could be lethal for the kids under the age of 3. Be sure to check with your therapist if the Slinky is right for you. Good evening, everyone. This is your Games Master, Evelyn Lawrence. As you all know, it is time for the daily Ring Dig Contest. For those of you who are new to listening to the Ring Dig Contest, allow me to explain how it works. We have 2 lovely contestants who have called into the WBFR Playhouse of the Air to answer 3 questions. In honor of today's later performance of A Christmas Carol, all the questions will be about classic Scrooge, the tale of classic Scrooge. Now let me introduce our contestants for today.
Hello everyone, my name is Eleanor Carlisle.
Hello everyone, my name is Linda Smith, and it is a pleasure to be on here.
Great to have you both. And so now, for our first question, and remember to say ring ding if you think you know the correct answer. Who is the author of the beloved tale, A Christmas Carol?
Ring ding, William Shakespeare.
Ring ding along, sorry, that's wrong. Linda, do you think you know?
Is it Charles Dickens?
Ring ding a ling, Linda, you're correct. And now on to our second question. How many ghosts visit Mr. Scrooge?
Ring ding. 3?
Ring ding along, sorry, that's wrong. Eleanor, do you have a guess?
That's what I was going to say.
Ring ding along, sorry, that's wrong. The correct answer is actually 4. Marley, the ghost of Christmas past, present, and future visit Mr. Scrooge. And now on to our last question. It's a double ringer, so it's worth 2 points. What did Scrooge buy for the Cratchit family's Christmas feast?
Ring ding, a goose, it's a goose.
Ring ding along, sorry, that's long. Linda, do you think you know the correct answer?
Yes, it's the prize turkey from the butcher shop.
Ring ding a ling, that's correct. Linda, you are the winner of the 2 tickets to the live radio production of the Christmas Carols
Are we zooming
It's a
out on the
Wonderful
live
Life.
Thank you. I have seen the WBFR's live radio broadcast of It's a Wonderful Life once before, and it was a wonderful experience. One that I would like to show Eleanor here. So would you like to go see the show with me?
Well, isn't that swell? I'd love to accompany you to the show.
Listen to this, listeners. Isn't this just wonderful? The Ringlet Ding contest might be a friend finder as well. Well, thank you for listening in. I was your games master, Evelyn Lawrence, and I hope you tune in again next week.
Bye. We're on the house left camera, so that's your camera. And then this is house right. And this is mine.
Do you find yourself wearing plain, boring, unfashionable face masks during some certain time? Do you look silly walking around the grocery store with a plain, loose, disposable mask? Well, look no further. You're just in luck. For a limited time, University High School's Troop 4848 is offering reusable face masks. While proudly representing our troop with its fashionable design, you'll go about with comfort with its bendable nose wire, easy breathing fabric, and adjustable ear straps.
Let me just
Purchase your very own university face mask for only $10 from right here in our WBFR studio before and after our broadcast, so you can proudly say you support the best theater program in town. Come on down to Mr. Schnitt's Tree Farm. Bring your wife, bring your kids, bring your mom. Fun for the whole family, picking out the perfect holiday tree for your special holiday season. Now offering delivery, we're always on time.
Don't
Don't forget to ask soon as our trees are 25%
this
off
is what
December
you're
16th
This is
to
what people
24th.
don't see.
Okay.
What a
So you
bargain!
have like your
And remember,
So
be
right
on
now,
time.
it's showing the live channel,
Okay.
which is this one. So now it's showing the house left camera, and now it's showing house right. So if I wanted to change the, if I
Good evening, everyone. I'm your host, John Hawthorne, and we're back from our commercial break with, you guessed it, another commercial break. Now that you have purchased your lovely True 44 mask, we wouldn't be good salesmen if we didn't teach you how to use our product, as mask wearing can be a very difficult process. My good friend Eleanor here is going to demonstrate how to wear a mask while I describe to you. First, you loop the mask strap around your ears, and then you're going to... No, that's not right. Eleanor is currently demonstrating one of the wrong ways to wear your mask. She's wearing it as a bonnet on her head. And while fashionable, it is not the purpose of these masks. Let's continue, shall we? As I was saying, after you loop the straps around your ears, you... No, that's not right either. Here's another wrong way to wear your mask. Eleanor is currently wearing her mask as an eye mask, not a face mask. And while it works, it's not the intended purpose. While we're at it, let's demonstrate some of the other wrong ways to wear your mask. Wearing it under your chin, or wearing it so it only covers your mouth and not your nose is not acceptable either. Now here's the right way to do it. After you loop the straps around your ears, you are then going to take the mask and fully cover your mouth and nose as to protect yourself and others from illness.
Troop 4848 is not responsible for the abuse or misuse of our masks. We've sold you the product and taught you how to use it, so we're not responsible for your ignorance. Happy holidays!
before the show begins tonight, me and these lovely ladies here would like to take a moment to thank all of our first responders who are working endless hours to ensure that we get to do what we're doing here tonight and allowing all of you to be here with us. Would any first responders who are in the audience tonight or listening please stand up as we thank you? This year has been a very unprecedented and uncertain time, which is the understatement of the millennium. We have made substantial progress in our understanding of this unique situation and our handle on it.
We cannot express how grateful we are to have you protect our citizens during this unprecedented time.
You keep us safe, and for that I am very thankful.
Without you, we wouldn't be able to put on this performance here tonight. Thank you.
With that said, we hope you enjoy our broadcast. And without further ado, we welcome Mr. Traver to the stage.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Let's give another round of applause for our wonderful marketing team here. As they so graciously introduced me, my name is Mr. Traver. I am the new theater teacher here at University High School, and I'm pleased to be sharing with you my directorial debut here. Thank you for being our first audience of general public. We appreciate your support in these very uncertain times, and really just are happy that we're able to be putting on this show for you tonight. So thank you, and we want a round of applause to go to all of you. A few little bits of housekeeping before we get this show started. First off, we are, as we have been for a little while now, offering a fundraiser for our performing arts magnet, and you can be a part of this wonderful theater yourself. And by, if you check the link in the program, there is a way for you to purchase a seat and have your name put on a plaque and immortalized in this theater, and all of the proceeds will go towards helping our performing arts magnet, the orchestra, the band, the dance, and of course, the theater. So, if that's something that interests you, you can check out that information in our program. For those of you who are here, for your wonderful, wonderful students, thank you for sharing them with us. And also, note that just due to the current situation, we are not going to be having people meet and mingle right after the show. We will be getting them out of costumes, and then we will be sending them out the door to you. So unfortunately, we're not going to have folks congregate at the front, and we will be, after curtain call, slowly dismissing people from the front of the audience all the way to the back. I believe is what we did for Spoon River, and it worked pretty well. As I said, this is my first show, and Mr. Jurgens wants me to make sure to say, please don't hate me. And otherwise, I hope you sit back, relax, and enjoy Christmas Carol.
This is your call. Okay. Rodney Copperfield. Hello. There you are. Spencer Chopin. Good day. Wonderful. Nick Gerald. Excellent. Harry Haywood. Mr. Haywood. Mr. Haywood. Yes. Dave Nevitt, Mr. Haywood. This is above my pay grade. Sorry, Mike. Jake Lawrence. There you are. Peggy Stanford. Fabulous. Selena Santiago. Magnificent. Elizabeth Browns. There you are. James Benton. Excellent. John Roberts. Beautiful. If our studio audience will kindly take their seats. Sally Clark. Excellent. Gilbert Peterson. Here. Magnificent. James Stewart. Right here. Wonderful. Jem Benton. Miss Benton.
Oh, I'm so sorry, Arthur. I was fixing on her guitar.
That's all right, Miss Benton. Loving the dress. Georgia May Anderson.
Yes, they know.
Wonderful. Audrey Green.
Right here.
Excellent. And Aaron Roberts. Aaron Roberts. That's all right, Mr. Roberts. Please head to the mic for your audience warm-up.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to a live broadcast from WBFR Manhattan. We have just a couple of minutes before we're live on the air, which gives us just enough time to introduce you to the fine acting ensemble who will be performing tonight's play.
You know him as Father Fabian in Satan's Woman, heard each and every week on another network, and soon to be seen on RKO Pictures, The Mockingbird Murder Mystery. It is my turn to introduce, playing Ebenezer Scrooge in tonight's play, Mr. Rodney Copperfield.
You know one of these ladies as Sadie Davenport on the popular soap opera The Moon in the Gutter, and another is soon to be seen on Broadway in Lament for a Virgin. Please give a warm welcome to your favorites and mine, Miss Peggy Stanford, Miss Elizabeth Graham, Miss Selena Fox, and Miss Sally Clark.
We are thrilled to share the stage once again with two of our favorite funny men.
Star of Too Many Monkeys.
And soon to be seen taking a dramatic turn in monumental pictures, Mother Was a Nazi. Here is Mr. Gilbert Peterson and Nick Gerald.
Hello, America! And hello to you, too. You know her from her Broadway smash over the teacups and her every week as Uli on the popular mystery program Homicide Hussey. I give you, and these are kind of give them back, the incomparable Miss Lana Clark, Jen Benton, and Georgia May Anderson.
And finally, two men who need no introduction.
Starring each and every week as Detective Dickie Dickerson on Promise Not Pay, and host of the WBFR's popular kiddie program, the Mr. Peanut and Petunia Pig Hour. Here's the always dashing Aaron Roberts, James Stewart, Terry Hayward, Keith Morris, and our featured singer forthnight performance, Mr. James Benton.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, I'm getting a signal from our stage manager that we will be live on the air in less than 10 seconds.
Please remember that this evening's play is being broadcast live, coast to coast, and our audience at home is counting on your reaction to aid and their listening pleasure.
So, feel free to laugh, cry, and mightily applaud as you enjoy the performance.
We're on the air in 5, 4, 3, 2. In New York City.
This is WBFR Playhouse of the Air.
Good evening, everyone. This is Jimmy Stewart, your host of this program. Each and every week, the WBFR Program of the Air dedicates ourselves to bring to you over the air your favorite stories performed by the brightest stars of Broadway and Hollywood.
And tonight is no exception as we bring you Charles Dickens' famous Yuletide ghost story, A Christmas Carol, starring Rodney Copperfield's Ebenezer Scrooge. We take you now to London, 1843, as we raise the curtain on Act 1 of A Christmas Carol.
Marley was dead to begin with. There's no doubt whatever about that. Old Marley was as dead as a doornail.
Scrooge knew this, of course. They were partners for many years. Scrooge was his sole executor, sole friend, and sole mourner.
Scrooge never painted out Old Marley's name. There it stood, years afterwards, above the warehouse door at the firm of Scrooge and Marley.
What a tight-fisted hand I could rhinestone Scrooge.
And the cold within him didn't thaw 1 degree at Christmas.
Once upon a time, on Christmas Eve, Scrooge sat busy in his counting house. He kept an eye on his clerk,
Bob Cratchit, who was in a dismal little cell copying letters. Now it was just before closing time when...
Scrooge
friend.
And a Merry Christmas to you, Uncle. God save you.
Bah humbug.
Christmas? A humbug? Uncle, you don't mean that, I'm sure.
I do. Merry Christmas indeed. What right have you to be merry? What reason have you to be merry? You are poor enough.
Come then. What right do you have to be so dismal? What reason do you have to be so morose? You're rich enough.
Bah humbug.
Don't be cross, Uncle.
Well, what else can I be when I live in a world of fools such as this? What is Christmas time to you people but another time for finding yourself a year older but not a penny richer? Now, if I could work my will, every imbecile who goes about with Merry Christmas on his lips shall be boiled in his own pudding and buried with a stake of holly through his heart.
Uncle?
Nephew, you keep Christmas in your way, and let me keep it in mine.
Keep it, but you don't keep it, Uncle.
Well, let me leave it alone then. Much good may it do you. What good has it ever done you?
There are many things from which I derive good from, but not profit. Christmas among them. I've always saw Christmas as a kind, forgiving, charitable, pleasant time. The only time where I know where men and women open up their hearts freely and see people below them as fellow passengers to the grave. And though it never put like gold or silver in my pocket, I believe it has done me good. And I say, God bless it.
God bless it indeed. Let me hear another sound out of you, Bob Cratchit, and you will keep your Christmas by losing your situation.
Yes, Mr. Scrooge.
And as for you, nephew, you're such a powerful speaker. I wonder why you don't go into Parliament.
Don't be angry, Uncle. Come dine with us tomorrow.
No.
For why?
Why did you marry against my wishes?
Because I fell in love.
Because you fell in love? Good afternoon.
I want nothing from you. Why can't we be friends?
Good afternoon.
Fine. I'm sorry to find you so stubborn, Uncle. I'll keep my Christmas humor to the last. So a Merry Christmas, Uncle.
Good afternoon.
And a Happy New Year.
Good afternoon.
And a Merry Christmas to you, Bob, and your family.
And the same to you, Fred.
There's another fellow, my clerk, making 15 shillings a week with a wife and a family, speaking about a Merry Christmas. I'll retire to Bedlam.
Scrooge and Marley's, I believe. Have I the pleasure of addressing Mr. Scrooge or Mr. Marley?
Mr. Marley has been dead 7 years ago tonight. You have the pleasure of addressing Mr. Scrooge.
Well now, Mr. Scrooge, at this festive season of the year, it is more than usually desirable that we should make some slight provision for the poor and destitute, who suffer greatly at the present time. Many thousands are in want of common comforts. Hundreds of thousands are in want of common necessities, sir.
Are there no prisons?
Plenty of prisons.
And the Union workhouses, are they still in operation?
They are still. I wish I could say they were not.
The treadmill and the poor law are in full vigor, then?
Both very busy, sir.
Well, I'm very glad to hear that.
As they scarcely furnish Christian cheer of mind or body, a few of us are endeavoring to raise a fund to buy the poor some meat, drink, and means of warmth. What shall I put you down for?
Nothing.
Oh, you wish to be anonymous?
I wish to be left alone, since you asked me what I want. That is my answer. I do not make merry myself at Christmas time. I can't afford to make idle people merry. I support the establishments I've listed, and they cost enough. Those who are badly off must go there.
Well, many can't go there, and many would rather die.
Well, if they'd rather die, then they'd better do it and decrease our surplus population. Show this woman the door, Cratchit.
Yes, sir. Come with me, please. It will please me greatly if I might contribute tuppence to your charity.
Cratchit!
Coming, Mr. Scrooge.
You are a most generous soul, sir, which is more than I can say for your employer.
Cratchit!
Coming. Merry Christmas to you.
And to you, sir.
Oh, what in heaven's now?
Let me see that.
How you boy? Go and hunt someone else!
Mr.
That's it.
It's near closing time, and I only wanted to ask.
You wanted to ask about taking all day off tomorrow, I suppose.
Well, they're quite convenient, sir.
It is not convenient, and it is not fair.
It's only once a year.
A poor excuse for picking a man's pocket every 25th of December, but I suppose that you must have the whole day off. Be here all the earlier the next morning.
Well, I will, sir. You can count on me.
Good day.
And to you, sir, a Merry Christmas.
Humbug!
And with that, the office was closed in a twinkling.
Bob Cratchit went down a slide on Cornhill 20 times in honor of its being Christmas Eve.
And then rode home to Camden Town as hard as he could pelt to play with his family in the blind man's buff. Scrooge took his melancholy dinner in his usual melancholy tavern.
And having read all the newspapers and beguiled the rest of the evening with his banker's book, went home to bed.
Scrooge's chambers that once belonged to his deceased partner, Marley.
They were a gloomy suite of rooms.
Where nobody lived but Scrooge.
There was nothing at all particular about the knocker on the door. Scrooge had seen it there each and every day.
But when Scrooge put his key into the lock of the door, he saw in the knocker Marley's face. Its livid color made it horrible.
As Scrooge looked at this phenomenon, it became a knocker again. Startled, he walked in and closed the door with a bang.
He then sat before the fire to take his roll.
Then, suddenly, a clanking sound from deep down below as if some person was dragging a heavy chain.
Then the noise became louder, as if from the floor below, then coming up the stairs, then straight towards the door.
This is humbug still. I won't believe it.
Then, without pause, through the door came the ghost of a man covered in long chains wound about him.
A chain of cash boxes, keys, ledgers, padlocks, and heavy purses wrought in steel.
Ebenezer Scrooge. How now? What do you want with me? Much. Who are you? Ask me who I was. Who were you then? You're very particular for a shame. In life, I was your partner, Jacob Marley. Humbug. You don't believe in me. I do not. Well, why do you doubt your senses? Because a little thing affects them, a slight disorder of the stomach. You may just be an undigested bit of beef, or a crumb of cheese, an underdone potato. There is more gravy than grave of you, whatever you are. How dare you! Mercy! Dreadful apparition, why do you trouble me? Man of the worldly mind, do you believe in me or not? I do. I must, but why do spirits walk the earth? What trouble do they have with me? It is required of every man that the spirit within him should walk abroad amongst his fellow men. And if that spirit goes not forth in life, it is condemned to do so after death. It is doomed to wander the earth and witness what it could have shared but did not on earth, and turn to happiness. Why are you fettered with chains, Jacob? I wear the chains I forged in life. I made them link by link and yard by yard. Would you know the weight and length of the strong coil you bear yourself? It was as heavy and as long as this 7 Christmas Eves ago, and you have labored on it since. Speak comfort to me, Jacob. I have done to you. I cannot rest. I cannot stay. I cannot linger anywhere. In life, my spirit never roved beyond the narrow limits of our money-changing hole. And now weary journeys lie before me. Well, you must have been very slow about it, Jacob. 7 years dead, traveling for all that time. You could have made quite a bit of ground at that time. Oh, captive, bound in double iron, not to know that no space of regret could make amends for one life opportunity misused. But you were always a good man of business, Jacob. Mankind was my business. The common welfare was my business. Charity, mercy, forbearance, and benevolence were all my business. The dealings of my trade were not but a drop of water in the comprehensive ocean that is my business. At this time of the rolling year, I suffer most. Hear me, my time is nearly gone. I will, but do not be hard upon me, Jacob. Do not be flowery. Pray, I am here to warn you. You have yet a chance in hope of escaping my fate, Ebenezer. You were always a great friend to me. Thank you.
You will be haunted by 3 spirits.
Is that the hope and chance you mentioned, Jacob?
It is.
I think I'd rather not.
You cannot hope to shun the path I tread. Expect the first when the bell tolled 1.
But couldn't I take them all at once, Jacob, and get it over with?
Look to see me no more, and look that for your own sake you remember what is passed between us.
Jacob? Jacob!
When Scrooge awoke, he found himself face to face with a strange figure, with the stature of a child, and a face with not a wrinkle, yet hair white as if with great age.
Ebenezer Scrooge,
Are you the spirit whose coming was foretold to me?
I am.
Who are you?
Well, I'm the ghost of Christmas past.
Long past?
No, your past.
What business brings you here?
Your welfare.
Well, I am much obliged, but a night of unbroken rest would have been far more conducive to that.
Your proclamation, then. Take heed, rise, and walk with me.
Oh no, spirit, not out the window. I'm mortal. I'm liable to fall.
Oh, never touch of my hand upon your heart until be upheld more than this. Come.
Where are you taking me, spirit? What are we?
Do you recognize this place?
Oh, good heavens, I do. I was a boy here. This is my old schoolhouse.
Your lid is trembling and footsteps on your cheek.
It is but a pimple. Meet me where you like.
Do you recollect your way to school?
Remember it? I could walk it blindfolded.
Strange to have forgotten it for so many years, but let us go on. The school. It's not quite deserted. The solitary child neglected by his friends is left there still.
Yes, I know that boy. I was so lonely. It's too late now.
What's the matter?
Nothing. There was a boy here in my office last night. I should like to have given him something. That's all.
Ebenezer!
Oh, it's my sister Fan. Oh, dear Fan.
I have come to bring you home, dear brother.
Home, little fan.
Yes, home forever and ever. Father is so much kinder than he used to be. That home's like heaven. He spoke so gently to me one night when I was going to bed that I was not afraid to ask him once more if he might come home. And he said, yes, you should, and sent me in a coach to bring you. And we're to be all together and have the merriest Christmas in the world.
You are quite a woman, little fan.
Come with me, dear brother. Always a delicate creature whom a breath might have withered, but she had a large heart.
So she had. You're right, spirit. I will not gainsay it. God forbid.
She died a woman and had, I think, children.
Yes, one child.
True, your nephew.
Yes, Fred.
Come, let us see another Christmas. Do you know this warehouse, Ebenezer?
Know it. I apprenticed here. Oh, and look, it's my old master Fezziwig, and he's throwing one of his Christmas parties.
Yo, ho there, Ebenezer. Dick.
Oh, Dick Wilkins. Oh, dear me.
Yo ho, my boys. No more work tonight. Christmas Eve, Dick. Christmas, Ebenezer.
Come, let's have the shutters up over our man and say Jack Robinson. Hilly ho, my boys! And clear out. Let's have a lot of room in here.
Hey-o, Dick! Sure, Ebenezer. Merry Christmas, one and all. Dance and be lively now.
And Miss Fezziwig herself, and never will I forget her smile.
Oh, my dear, you've outdone yourself with a spread fit for the king himself. May I have this dance, my pet?
Why, you may have each and every dance, my dear.
Oh, and look there. It's Belle. Sweet Belle. So beautiful.
Oh, Ebenezer, dance with me.
Oh, and how we could dance.
Was she your love?
My one and my only.
When's the last time you danced, Ebenezer?
Oh, it's been years in the least. I can hardly remember. What I would give to join them right now.
Oh, what small matter to make these silly folks so full of gratitude. Oh.
Small?
Boy, is it not? He has spent but a few pounds. Isn't that enough to deserve such praise?
But, Spirit, it's not like that. I mean, the happiness he gives is quite as much as if it were to cost me a fortune.
What's the matter?
Nothing in particular.
Something, I think.
No. I should just like to have a word or two with my clerk just now. That's all.
Ebenezer, dance with me.
Can you see I'm busy?
Oh, wait, Spirit, please spare me this.
There are tears in her eyes.
I matter little to you. Very little. Another idol has replaced me.
What idol has replaced you?
A golden one. There is nothing which gives you such passion as money.
Dear Belle, that's not fair.
I'm afraid it is. When we were engaged, we were both poor.
Was it better then? Better to be poor?
Better at least to be happy. You are changed. You were another man then.
I was a boy! You blame me because I've grown wiser? Have I ever tried to break our engagement?
In words? No, never.
In what then?
In a changed nature. In an altered spirit. And everything that made my love of any value in your sight. So I release you from your promise.
Belle!
Oh, at first it may cause you pain to lose me. A very brief pain. But soon it will dim, like a half-remembered dream. An unprofitable dream. And you'll be glad to be awake from such a dream. May you be happy in the life you have chosen, Ebenezer.
Belle. Oh, God.
Ebenezer! Where is your bell going?
Oh, it's Fezziwig. I fear she's fallen out of love with me.
Why not go to her?
Because I'm unsure I have the power to change. To be the man she wants me to be.
Time flies, my boy. We must hold on to those we love.
I fear it may be too late for that.
My dear, it is never too late. Perhaps she's returned to the party. Let's go see.
No! But thank you. Have my accounts to return.
Suit yourself, dear. I wish you nothing but happiness.
Spirit, why do you delight to torture me?
I show you only the shadows you must see.
Then tell me, Spirit, whatever became of my fair Belle?
Well, years have passed and Belle is married, and the man that she is married is by her side now.
That could have been me. She might have called me husband.
Listen to them, Ebenezer.
Belle, I saw an old friend of yours this afternoon.
Well, who was it?
Yes.
How can I?
Try.
Oh, I don't know. Mr. Scrooge?
Yeah, Mr. Scrooge it was. I passed by his office window. It wasn't shuttered, and there was a candle inside, so I could scarcely help seeing him. His partner lies upon the point of death, I hear. And there he sat, alone. Quite alone in the world, I do believe.
Spirit, remove me from this place.
I told you, I show you only the shadows of the things that have been, that they are what they are. Do not blame me.
Just remove me, Spirit. I can't take it. Just haunt me no longer. Take me home, Spirit.
The WBFR closes the air production of Charles Dickens and Christmas Carol. We'll return right after the word from our sponsors.
For sensible and satisfying gifts, there's nothing more appropriate than fine food. And for both gift giving and your Yule dinner, there's nothing more delicious than Old London Extra Fancy Fruitcake.
That's right, Linda. There's simply no rival to this magical concoction crammed full of fruits and nuts, providing rich, delicious eating for everyone, and making it America's most wanted Christmas gift.
Luscious, tender, and bursting with juicy goodness, Old London Extra Fancy Fruitcakes are a boon to fruitcake lovers. And what's more, they're available in gaily wrapped 5-pound and 10-pound gift cartons.
They're just the thing when unexpected guests arrive, and make wonderful gifts too, ideal for your business associates, family, friends, neighbors, shut-ins, and those in the armed forces of the United States.
And they're perfect for your holiday buffet boards too. So as a grand finale to your Christmas feast, why not treat the whole family to the most appetizing fruitcake ever discovered? And why not have the joy of this festive holiday season continue long into the new year? Well, it can, when you set a hair-raising parade of fruitcake year-round with the Old London Extra Fancy Fruitcake of the Month Club.
And the fun starts off with the deluxe 20-pound fruitcake basket for Christmas morning. Then the enchanting spectacle continues, month after month after month, providing thrills and surprises for everyone.
Each superb delivery will make eyes pop open anew, mouths water, and hearts quiver with joy. Your unforgettable gift will be sure to delight, keeping family and friends happily reminded of you all throughout the year.
The
Old London Extra Fancy Fruitcake of the Month Club is one of the USA's largest shippers of extra fancy fruitcake, with over 25 million please givers since 1919. Why not join them?
When you want to do your duty, slip your honey something fruity. You'll get sugar from your cutie. Buy a London Extra Fancy Fruitcake. Rum-soaked cherries wet her whistle. Whiskey peaches prime her kiss. It'll make you lucky under the missile. Buy a London Extra Fancy Fruitcake.
Make your Yuletide greetings sumptuous when eating Old London Extra Fancy Fruitcake. Order today for Christmas delivery.
And now, we return to the WBFR Playhouse of the Air production of Charles Dickens' immortal classic A Christmas Carol, starring Rodney Copperfield.
When the clock struck 2, Scrooge awoke in his own bed, just in the nick of time to get the second spirit Jacob Marley promised.
He wondered from where the spectre would appear, as he did not wish to be taken by surprise.
Then he became aware of the great blaze of light coming from the adjoining room. He got up and shuffled to the door.
It was his own sitting room, but it had undergone a surprising transformation.
The walls and ceiling were hung with living green and gleaming berries, heaped up on the floor to form a kind of throne where turkeys, geese, game, suckling pigs, long wreaths of sausages, pies, puddings, barrels of oysters, and bowls of punch. Upon this throne sat a jolly giant, with a glowing torch in the shape of Plenty's horn, which he held up to shed its light on Scrooge as he came peeping round the door.
Come in, Ebenezer. Know me better, man. Who are you? I am the ghost of Christmas present. Look upon me. You've never seen the likes of me before. No, never. You're different from the other spirits. I mean, you're tall. You're almost a giant. And what is that great big torch you carry? Its light pours into the homes of rich and poor alike. Spirit, just take me where you will. Last time I went against my will, and I learned a lesson, which is working out. So if you have anything to teach me, let me profit by it. Touch my robe, and we are off. Where have you taken me, Spirit? To a humble dwelling on a humble street. It's humble enough, yet there is happiness there. Who are these people, Spirit? The women and the children. This is the family of your clerk, Bob Cratchit. His wife lays the table for the Christmas dinner. Assisting her is his son, Master Peter Cratchit. Oh, I see. I take it you have never before laid eyes on me? I have not. Listen, what they say, Ebenezer.
What has ever got your precious father then? And your brother Tiny Tim? And Martha? Weren't as late last Christmas Day by half an hour? Here's Martha, Mother.
Hurrah, there's such a goose, Martha.
My blessed heart alive, my dear Martha. How late you are. We had a great deal of work to finish up last night and had to clear away this morning, Mother. Well, never mind, so long as you are here. Sit down before the fire, my dear.
Where's Father?
Father's to church with Tiny Tim.
They'll be along.
How is dear Tim, Mother? Is he any better?
Some days I think he is, but others I'm not all too sure.
You mustn't think with the best, dear Mother.
We do what we must to keep our spirits high.
Father's home.
And Tiny Tim, too.
Here they are.
Merry Christmas, everyone. Martha, dear, we are so glad to have you.
And how little Tim behave in church, Mom?
Oh, as good as gold and better.
I hope that people saw me there,
Why do you say that, Tim?
because I'm a cripple. And if they saw my crutch, it might be pleasant to them to remember upon Christmas Day who made lame beggars walk and blind men see.
Bless you, my son.
Is it time for Christmas dinner yet, Mother? I'm hungry.
All right, now, everyone to the table.
Oh, and such a goose, I've never seen a more tender, flavorful goose cooked in all the world.
And oh, what a wonderful pudding.
Bob, will you say the grace?
Yes, of course, dear. Spirit, tell me if Tiny Tim will live. I see. A vacant seat in the corner. The crutch without an owner. Carefully preserved. Oh no, kind spirits, say that you will be spared. If
These are events to remain unaltered by the future. The child will die.
Amen.
Amen.
Merry Christmas to us all, and God bless us.
God bless us, everyone.
And now, dear family, our toast. To Mr. Scrooge, the founder of the feast.
The founder of the feast, indeed. I wish I had him here. I give a piece of my mind to feast upon, and I hope you have a good appetite for it.
My dear, the children, Christmas Day.
It should be Christmas Day, I'm sure, which one drinks the health of such an odious, stingy, hard, unfeeling man as Mr. Scrooge. You know he is, Robert. Nobody knows it better than you do, poor fellow.
My dear, Christmas Day.
Drink his health for your sake and the day's, not for his. A long life to him. A Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. He'll be very merry and very happy, I have no doubt.
God bless him, Mother. And everyone.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
We have but one more stop. We fly.
Spirit, I know this place. This is the house of my nephew Fred.
Your dear sister's only son. She died while giving him birth.
He took her from me, Spirit.
And your voice held that against him. Have you not?
Why have you brought me here, Spirit?
Listen and see.
He called Christmas a humbug, and he meant it too.
More shame for him, Fred.
They talk about me.
He's a comical old fellow, that's the truth. Not as pleasant as he may be, but his offenses carry their own punishments, and I have nothing to say to him.
I'm sure he is very rich, Fred. At least you always tell me so.
What's that, my dear? His wealth is no use to him, for he does no good with it. And I can assure you, he has no plan of benefiting us with it.
Laugh as you will, but I have no patience with him.
Oh, I have.
Why ever so?
I feel sorry for him. I couldn't be angry with him even if I tried. Who suffers by his ill whims? Himself, always. Here, you won't accept our invitation to come dine with us tonight. What's the consequence? He loses a dinner?
Indeed, he loses a very good dinner.
Well, I'm glad to hear it, because I have good faith in these young housekeepers. What do you say, Topper?
A bachelor is a wretched outcast who has no right to express an opinion on the subject.
Oh, now, Topper. Do go on, Fred. Finish what you began to say.
As I was going to say, the consequence of him not being married with us is perhaps he does lose in a few pleasant moments. But I give him the same chance every year, whether he likes it or not. I feel pity for him. He may rail at Christmas till he dies, but you'll find me going there year after year, sharing my good tidings.
Now, Fred, I think we've all heard quite enough of the poor old devil. How about a lighter mood? A parlor game, perhaps?
Let's play yes and no.
How do we play this?
It's quite simple. I shall think of something, and the rest of you must guess what it is. You may ask me questions, but I will only respond with yes or no.
Have you thought of something, Fred?
I have.
Is it an animal?
Yes.
Does it growl and grunt?
Yes.
Does it walk the streets of London?
Yes.
Does it live in a menagerie?
No.
Is it a hippopotamus?
No.
Is it an ass?
No.
A bear?
No.
I have found it out! I know what it is, Fred, I know what it is.
What is it?
It is your Uncle Scrooge.
Yes!
Fred, I asked if it was a bear, and you should have said yes, as indeed he is.
He has given us such merriment, it would be ungrateful not to drink to his health. So Merry Christmas to the old man, or whatever he is. He may never take it from me, but he'll have it nevertheless. To Uncle Scrooge!
Uncle Scrooge.
Thank you, nephew.
Halt! The hour has come.
Oh, not yet, Spirit, not yet. There's still more that I wish to learn.
These you will learn from still another spirit. I've been reserved.
The WBFR, playoffs of the air production of Charles Dickens' A Christmas Carol, will return right after a word from our sponsor.
Ho, ho, ho! Hello there, little lady.
Hiya, Santa Claus.
And what would you like for Christmas?
I want a portable radio, that way I can listen to all the wonderful programs on WBFR.
Ho, ho, ho! I think that would make a wonderful gift.
And I want a slinky and a set of Tinker Toys and some silly putty.
Ho, ho, ho! This might take a while. Let's get my helper to hear what the rest of the children would like for Christmas. Hello there, little lady. What would you like for Christmas?
I'd like a Lady Fanny Happy Top baby doll, the doll with the soul. Why, she's dressed in fine organdy baby clothes, trimmed with lace and ribbon, with undies to match. And if that ain't enough, her sweet little head and arms are virtually unbreakable.
And doesn't the Lady Fanny Happy Top baby doll, the doll of the soul, cry real tears too?
I'll say she does, just like the tears of joy that will be streaming down the face of every little girl and boy who finds a Lady Fanny Happy Top baby doll of their very own under the tree this Christmas.
Well, why don't you be a good little girl and take your mommy and daddy on an elevator ride up to Fitz's 4th floor and Toy Town, where they'll find a wide selection of Lady Fanny Happy Top baby dolls, the doll of the soul, on sale. And only $4.95, you won't find a better price anywhere in town.
Right this way, little fella. It's your turn to tell Santa's helper what you like for Christmas.
Say, Santa's helper, how's tricks? How's tricks?
Swell, Squirt. And what would you like to find under your family's tree on Christmas morning?
I'd like a large screen RCA Victor television set. Why, it's the miracle of modern entertainment. A front row seat at news, movies, sports events. This gift will be cherished long.
Well now, a large screen RCA Victor television set may seem a rather extravagant gift for a little boy, but you can tell your mom and daddy it'll only set them back about $5 a week with Fifth's Easy Payment Plan.
Say, even I can afford $5 a week from the money from my paper route and doing odd jobs for the neighbors.
And if a little boy can afford a mere $5 a week, who can't?
Thanks, Santa's helper. I love Christmas, I love my mommy and daddy, but most of all, I love Fifth's Easy Payment Plan. See you on Christmas Eve.
Why, hello there, my dear. And what would you like for Christmas?
Oh, I don't want very much. Just a good-looking flowered cotton quilted robe with a wide lap over, and a Monte Carlo game table, and a mink-dyed squirrel cape.
Why aren't you a fancy little dear?
I'll say I am. Just wait until my school chums get a load of me dripping in fine squirrel fur all the way from exotic Africa.
Yes, sirree, ladies and gentlemen. You'll find everything on your small fine shopping list and quite a bit more at Fitz's department store.
Whether it's a gift from Santa or a nifty wedding ring, toilet water for your aunt, a hat for dad or Uncle Wayne, layaway, lingerie, baby goods or everything. Fifths, 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 Fifths.
At 33rd and Park. Fitz's department store, the friendly store with famous brands, opens every evening until 9 p.m. through December the 23rd.
And they have the best prices in town. Take it from me, I ought to know. Ho, 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 Merry Christmas!
We return to the final act of the WBFR Playhouse of the Air production of Charles Dickens' A Christmas Carol.
When we last left Ebenezer Scrooge, he was awaiting the arrival of the third and final spirit, as foretold to him by the ghost of Jacob Marley.
Out of the darkness came a solemn phantom, draped and hooded, drifting toward Scrooge like a mist along the ground. Slowly and gravely, with an air filled with gloom and mystery, shrouded by a deep black garment, concealing its head, face, and form. Nothing of it was visible, saving one outstretched hand, which has filled Scrooge with a solemn dread.
Am I in the presence of the ghost of Christmas yet to come? You are to show me shadows of things that haven't happened, but will happen in the time before us. Is this right, Spirit? Ghost of the future, I fear you most. I know your intention is to do me good. I am prepared to bear your company. Will you not speak to me, Spirit? Lead on, Spirit, lead on. The night is waning fast, and I know this time is precious to me. Lead on, Spirit. Spirit, I know this place. This is the exchange. I do business here. I know these two men, Spirit. Of what do they speak?
No, I don't know much about it. Either way, all I know is that he's dead.
Oh, well, when did he die?
Last night, I believe.
Why? What was the matter with him?
I thought he'd never die. Oh, God knows.
And, what has he done with his money?
Left it to his company, perhaps? He didn't leave it to me, that's all I know. It's bound to be a very cheap funeral, for upon my life, I don't know of anyone to go with. Perhaps we call it a party and volunteer.
Well, I don't mind going. If a lunch is provided. But I must be fair, I stay at home.
Well, I am most disinterested. But come to think of it, I'm not sure that I wasn't his most particular friend, for we used to stop and speak whenever we met up.
Well, old Scratch has got his own at last. Cold, isn't it?
Seasonable for the Christmas time. You're not a skater, I suppose.
Well, my wife is a skater, but it's not my fancy.
Well, you must bring her around in the new year.
I know she would like that.
Of whom do they speak, Spirit? Can you not tell me? Why will you not speak to me, Spirit? Spirit, where are you going? I shall follow. Lead on, Spirit.
The phantom led Scrooge into an obscure part of town, which reeked with crime, filth, and misery.
I've never seen this place before, Spirit. And what is that wretched stench? Can you not smell that, Spirit? Have you a nose to smell it?
Now far in this den of infamous resort was a low-brow shop where iron, old rags, bottles, and bones were bought. Its floor was scattered with rusty keys, nails, chains, and review signs. Secrets that few were about to scrutinize were hidden in mountains of unseemly rags, fat, and bones.
The shop proprietor, a rascal, went by the name of Old Joe. As Scrooge and the Phantom entered the shop, Old Joe was laughing and transacting business with
A laundress.
A charwoman.
And the Undertaker's man.
Let the charwoman be the first.
Let the laundress be the second.
And let the Undertaker's man be the third.
Look here, old Joe. Here's your chance. If we must have met here without meaning it.
You couldn't have meant a better place. You were made free of it long ago, you know. And the other two ain't strangers in there. I'm sure there's no such old bones here as mine.
Every person has a right to take care of themselves. He always did.
Who's for the loss with you things like these? Not a dead man, I suppose.
No, indeed.
If he wanted to keep them after he was dead, a wicked old screw, why wasn't he natural in his lifetime? If he had, then he'd have someone to look after him when he was struck with death, instead of lying gasping out his last there alone by himself.
It's the truest word that's ever been spoke.
Open that bundle, Old Joe, and let me know the value of it. Speak out plain. I'm not afraid to be the first, nor am I afraid for the others to see it.
Let's see your plunder, man. It is not extensive, I must say. A seal or two, a pencil case, a pair of sleeve buttons, and an old brooch, no great value. Is that all?
It's a lot more closer inspection, I'm certain.
Certainly not. I'll give you half a crown.
Are you bloody serious?
I wouldn't give another 6 pence if I was bored for not doing it. Who's next?
Feast your eyes on my booty, old Joe. Sheets and towels, a little wearing apparel, 2 old-fashioned silver teaspoons, a pair of silver tongs, and a few boots.
I always give too much to ladies. It's a weakness of mine. And that's how I ruin myself. I'll give you 3 crowns.
And now undo my bundle, Joe.
What do you call this? Bed curtains?
Yes, bed curtains.
You don't mean to say you took them down, rings and all, with him just lying there?
Yes, I do. Why not?
His blankets?
Who else's do you think? He isn't likely to take cold without them, I dare say.
I hope he didn't
I have anything,
catchy.
Don't you be afraid of that. And you can look through that shirt till your eyes ache, but you won't find a single hole in it. It's the best he had, and a fine one, too. They'd have wasted putting it on to be theirs, and to be sure, if it hadn't been for me, somebody was fool enough to do it, but I took it off again.
Here's your money, a lot of you.
This is the end of it, you see. He frightened everyone away from him when he was alive, to run us when he was dead.
Spirit, I see. The case of this man's death might be that of my own. My life tends that way now. Oh, merciful heaven, Spirit, this is a fearful place. In leaving it, I will not leave its blessing. Let us go, Spirit. Spirit, I understand you. I would do it if I could, but I haven't the power, Spirit. I haven't the power. Spirit, if there is any person in town who feels any emotion caused by this man's death, show them to me, Spirit. I beseech you. Spirit, why am I brought again to the house of my clerk? I notice it's different, but why is it so very quiet here?
Mother, please. My little son, Tiny Tim, I loved him so. Mother, dear, you must. It's almost time for Father to be home. Don't let him see you crying. Yes, Martha. He's late tonight.
He walks slower than he used to. I've known him to walk very fast indeed with Tiny Tim on his shoulder.
So have I, Mother.
He was light to carry, and his father loved him, so that it was no trouble at all. Father,
Good evening, my dears. So sorry I was late. I hope you didn't worry.
you're here now, Bob. We're fine.
I went to the churchyard today. I wish you could have gone with me. It would have done your heart good. It's not bringing up places. But you'll go there someday. I promised him. Yep. I promised Tiny Tim we'd walk there on a Sunday.
Father, dear, it's God's will, Bob.
I'm trying to understand it, my son, Tiny Tim. How I loved him so. Oh, that's cruel. That's cruel, Spirit. Can't you give me one ray of hope that I may change all that? That Tiny Tim may live? Spectre, something informs me our parting moment is at hand. I know this, but I don't know how. Help me, Spirit. Who is this man that died? Is there no one to mourn the poor creature? No one to follow him to the grave? Perhaps they'll give him a green grave at least. Like Tiny Tim. Where are we now, Spirit? Oh, merciful heaven! A churchyard overrun with vines and weeds and all of these godforsaken, crumbling gravestones. Spirit, before I draw near to that stone to which you point, answer me one question. Are these shadows of things that will be, or shadows of things that may be? Why will you not speak to me, Spirit? What is that stone to which you point? Whose name is on it?
Ebenezer Scrooge!
Ebenezer Scrooge. No, Spirit, listen to me. I'm changed. I'm not the man I was. Why show me all this if I'm all past hope? I mean, your nature intercedes for me and pities me. Spirit, assure me that I can change these shadows you show me. I will honor Christmas in my heart, and I will keep it there all year. The lessons of all three spirits will strive within me. I will not shut out what they have taught me. Oh, Spirit, give me one ray of hope that I may smudge away the writing on that stone. I beg you, Spirit, I beg you. Spirit, I've learned. I beg you. Wait. Is that my own bedpost? Am I in my own room? I am. My curtains are still up, rings and all. I don't know how long I've been among the spirits. I don't know what day of the month it is. I don't know anything. I'm quite a baby. Never mind. I'd rather be a baby.
Oh, heaven and Christmas be praised. Oh, clash, clang, hammer, ding dong. These are the lustiest peals I have ever heard. Oh, blue sky, fresh air, and ringing bells. Oh, this is glorious. This is all absolutely glorious. You there, boy. What day is it?
What, sir?
What day is it today, my fine fellow?
Why, today it's Christmas Day.
It is? I haven't missed it. The spirits did it all in one night. Well, they can do anything they like. Hello there.
Hello.
Do you know the poulterers on the next street, around the corner?
I sure hope I did.
An incredible boy, a remarkable boy. Do you know if they've sold their prize turkey that was hanging in the window? Mind you, not the little-sized turkey.
The big prize one?
Oh, a spectacular boy. It's a pleasure to speak with him. Yes, my buck.
It's hanging there now.
Oh, is it? Go and fetch it, will you? And send it over to Bob Cratchit in Camden Town. In my case, he's not to know who paid for it. Well, go on, hurry. Here's half a crown for your trouble.
Yes, sir. Dear Worcester, straight away. Merry Christmas to you.
A Merry Christmas to you, too. I've never felt this way before. I feel as light as a feather. I feel as giddy as a schoolboy. I feel as free as a bird, as cheery as a drunken man. Merry Christmas, everyone! A Happy New Year to all of the world! Merry Christmas!
Merry Christmas to you.
A Merry Christmas to you both!
You too, sir.
Oh, madam, how do you do? Didn't you come to my office last night in regards to a charity?
Why, Mr. Scrooge, is that you?
That is my name, and I fear it may not be very pleasant to you. I hope you succeeded yesterday. It was a very nice thing of you to do. Allow me to ask for your pardon, and will you do me the favor of accepting a sum of... I would prefer to whisper this.
Lord bless me, my dear Mr. Scrooge. Are you serious?
If you will, not a farthing less. Many great back payments are included, I assure you.
My dear sir, I don't know what to say, such munificence.
Don't say anything, please. Will you come and see me?
I will indeed.
Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you 50 times. Bless you. Merry Christmas.
May I help you, sir?
Is your master at home, my dear?
Yes, sir.
Where is he, my love?
Why, he's in the dining room, sir, along with the mistress. I'll show you upstairs if you please.
Well, thank you. He knows me. I'll just go in through here.
Hold on just a moment, sir. It's my business to announce those who come calling.
Oh, very well. You may tell Fred that his Uncle Scrooge is here to wish him a very Merry Christmas.
Master Fred.
I bless my soul. Who's that?
It is I, your Uncle Scrooge, and I have come to wish you a very Merry Christmas.
Why, Uncle, and a very Merry Christmas to you.
Oh, thank you, nephew. And I would like to accept your invitation and join you for dinner.
I'm delighted. You're always welcome here, Uncle.
Thank you, dear friend. Oh, I have one more stop, but I will return to join you shortly.
We look forward to it.
As do I, dear nephew. As do I.
Deck the halls with
Mother, he stole my turkey! Oh, children. Someone's at the door, Mother. Whoever can that be?
I'll answer it. Is this the Cratchit home?
Why, yes, it is. Whatever have you got there?
It's a delivery.
Look, it's the turkey.
Now, who would send us such a gift?
I'm not to say, but it's paid for and it's for you. Merry Christmas!
I've never seen such a turkey.
Why, it's bigger than me.
Yes, it is.
The Cratchit family prepared their Christmas feast, and the centerpiece was the prize turkey sent to them by an unknown party.
And as they were just about to say the blessing and partake the meal, Tiny Tim noticed someone standing right outside the window.
Look! Who is it?
Let me see.
Well, Bob Cratchit.
do you mean by taking today off?
Mr. Scrooge, I'm sorry. It's only once a year.
I will tell you what, my friend. I am not going to stand for this any longer. And therefore, I am about to raise your salary!
Mr. Scrooge, are you quite yourself?
No, thank heavens I'm not quite myself. Merry Christmas, Bob!
Merry Christmas.
And I intend to help your family for many, many Christmases to come.
Thank you, Mr. Scrooge.
Oh, Merry Christmas! Happy holidays, Merry Deck the halls with boughs of holly, fa la 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 la. 'Tis the season to be jolly, fa la 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 la.
Scrooge was better than his word. He did it all and definitely more. And to Tiny Tim, who did not die, he was a second father. He was as good a man, as good a master, as good a friend as the good old city knew, or any other city or town in the good old world.
And it was always said of him that he knew how to keep the Christmas spirit well, if any man alive possessed the knowledge. May that truly be said of all of us. And so, as Tiny Tim observed,
God bless us, everyone!
On both sides, two people are cut out.
What the?